We'll have Jake and Isaac live now. We'll bring through Laurie Fisher afterwards, which will be under embargo for 6 p.m. local time tomorrow.
I'm too scared.
Good. And there is one Irish Australian journo who's going to run through the door in about 5 minutes.
He's stressed.
Probably, yeah.
Irish Australian?
Well, John Drennan. He's from Ireland, but he lives in Sydney.
Yep. Yeah, gotcha.
You happy to do it?
That's a big camera.
Take away.
Thank you. It's nice.
That's massive. That's
Hope you're not zooming in.
massive.
Nice and close, lads.
Yeah.
I like it.
Thank you.
The ends too.
Yeah, that's it.
Nice.
We said, yeah.
Yeah, you got us, yeah.
Hey guys. Jake, can you give us insight into what sort of challenge you expect Ireland to pose? What are their strengths that you're going to have to conquer?
Yeah, there's quite a few threats. Look, what we know is set piece is really strong. They've got a really sort of mobile and physical back row who love to get on ball, and I'm probably almost going to list the whole team here, but they got threats across the back line, you know, a lot of power through the centres, and they got some wingers who are pretty classy as well. But yeah, we probably can't focus on one individual. We've got to focus on the whole team. We know that they're very good when they get quick balls, probably limiting the amount of opportunity they get through that, and then probably being a little bit more accurate when we get our chances as well.
In the context of the year you've had under Joe, how much would it mean to finish it with this kind of big result?
Yeah, massive game for us. We believe we're improving. We're probably pretty disappointed with the game over the weekend. Thought that I wouldn't say went backwards, but definitely weren't where we thought we needed to be for that game, and we really want to finish the tour well. We see this as a great opportunity this weekend against a really strong Irish team to play some really good rugby, and we're excited for the occasion. 150 years of Ireland rugby, so we know it's going to be a massive spectacle and event there, and we can't wait for the atmosphere.
And since you mentioned last weekend, like, what was the most disappointing aspect of that performance?
It's probably a few things. Our discipline was off. We let in far too many penalties, especially on the defensive side of the game, and couldn't really get our attack going. Sort of attacked well in the first sort of 15 to 20 minutes, but then got starved of possession, and had some misses in defence, and then compounded with some poor decision making, which led to them, I guess, getting access into our 22, and they took opportunities in that second half.
Would you both talk about kind of how the year has progressed, and maybe you've gone from a base to where you are now, the difference that you see in this team now compared to when Joe took over?
For sure. Like I touched on earlier, we're definitely improving. We want to improve quickly. In saying that, we need to be patient at times too, but we're a team that's hungry to, play some really good rugby and like I said, probably progress a little bit quicker. Disappointed with the weekend. We thought we were a better team than what we put out there, and I guess you don't have any better chance than the Irish, this weekend at Aviva.
And what has Joe done for you guys in terms of, belief? Just what has he brought? It's kind of giving you that little bit extra.
He's very detailed. All the coaching staff are. They've done a really good job of preparing us every week. But with Joe, he's sort of, like I said, very detailed around the game, and we had some behaviours that we needed to change and be consistent with, and he definitely hasn't let us off the hook in those areas, and it's been awesome. I think you're starting to see some of our game coming together and being more consistent throughout that tour around, how we can retain possession and, some of our starter players in attack and the whole game, but that goes back to our whole coaching staff. They're doing a great job of preparing us.
Right. How do you think Joe's helped you, since you've come into the squad?
Pretty much going off what Jakey said, his detail, his attention to detail, and really focusing on your role pretty much throughout the week, just so when it comes to the game time, you've run the reps out in the field and in your head, all that downtime you've got. So when it comes to the game, you've played that through already. You've played the game already through your head, and you sort of know what you need to do and what needs to get done.
Okay. How would you rate the Irish pack?
How would I rate them? Well, I think there's a reason they're, probably one of the top ranked teams in the world. Is their forward pack's real classy. When they're close to the line, they can maul it, and they've got a couple different options around. The maul, the line out, and then their scrum is very powerful. So, probably up there with some of the best in the world.
And you mentioned obviously about it being the 150th anniversary of the RFU, this games again. But do you both sense that because of Joe's history with Irish rugby, that this is particularly a special game for him? Do you get that sense?
I think we've been focusing more on ourselves. Considering it is the last game of the tour for us. I think we want to put a good performance out there for our fans back home, and if we can finish the tour on a high. I think we'll be real happy with that.
Jake, personal welcome to Manly, Ireland. How's the body feeling after Scotland, and also mentally, how's the squad going?
I think the boys are good. Disappointed with the weekend. That's definitely something that's really stuck out. We believe that we're a better team than how we performed on Sunday in Scotland. I think the boys are really excited for the week. We know it's a shorter turnaround. The coaches have done a really good job of sort of freshening us up, and like I said earlier, an opportunity like this you don't get all the time to play a top Irish team at a great stadium like this. It's pretty easy to get up for. The boys are really keen to get into it.
Do you guys get an anticipation of just going back to the Scotland game, like 34, I think, missed tackles, quite a lot of penalties? Is that something that you both been really focusing on this week, and can you explain maybe where that went wrong?
I think it was more of I don't want to say, I think we can all tackle in the squad. I think it was more just like a work rate thing, and whether we're just seeing the game at the same speed, as a unit. Classy sides like that, you give them an opening, and they'll take it like Scotland did. So I think that's something we'll focus on for next week, is just everyone being on the same page, and not letting a side like Scotland and Ireland coming up, any options like that.
And I suppose, how's it been for you, kind of stepping up this year to international rugby? Obviously, you made your debut earlier this year.
Yeah, it's been a pretty big jump. I think it's been about 7 games I think I've played, and first time touring up north. So it's been a bit of a jump. I've been connecting with some of the older boys and guys that have been here for a while about how they prep and stuff like that. And the game's a lot different up here, so I think just getting used to different styles of play and how I can affect the game is something I'll probably look to improve upon.
And I guess it's kind of justified the fact that when you were 18 years old, you just made the decision to come to the front row, and obviously like the 6 years later to be in the international team, like kind of backs up the decision to make that move, I guess. It
was like I said before, it was quite a strange move. But yeah, I'm pretty glad I did it. I get to travel the world now and play with some really special players, and play on the world stage. So yeah, pretty happy with the move.
Jake, I think everyone, maybe not some Ireland fans, but most people are hoping to see Joseph Suaalii fit. How much, or what have you made of his crossover to 15s, and what is he at?
He adds quite a lot. I think he's, the aerial threat he brings to the game. I think you saw very early on the weekend, especially that England game. I guess his ability to get the restarts back. He's a big, tall, strong guy. He can sort of get his hand free in contact, and he goes bloody hard as well. If he's going to run hard. He tackles hard too, like you saw on the weekend. But I think his adjustment's been unreal. I think he's looked right at home, and he's also a guy who's really keen to learn as well. He sort of came into the environment, spends a lot of time learning the detail around rugby, and I'm happy for him to be at the Waratahs with me next year as well.
Isaac, what's he been like away from rugby? He seems like a very mature guy for his age.
It's kind of weird. He's very mature, and he's super competitive. So any games, card games, especially this guy organises. He's very competitive. Always wants to win, and I think you see that out in the field. but yeah, that's probably mature, competitive, and yeah, quite chill as well, which is a bit of a weird mix, but I think he sorted it out.
Jake, considering the progressions you've made this season under Joe, like how important would a win be, and is fatigue a factor at all? You know, you've had some kind of tough games this season now.
I think I guess the occasion of the game is any player will get up for. You know, it's not extreme. Like you do occasionally play 6-day turnaround games. I guess I wouldn't say that it's consistent, but you know, we've got the luxury of, you know, we've got guys that have spent a lot of time together and we know the game quite well of how we want to play. So, you know, like I said, the coach has done a really good job of, you know, some of the sessions, you know, we spend in the meeting room and get across some of the detail that we want to go through on the weekend. And no, fatigue definitely won't be a factor on the weekend.
Jake, obviously there's some great intel from Joe goes out saying that a lot of the guys playing, he's known since schoolboy players. Do you feel like it's an advantage going in where you just have that really deep knowledge from your head coach?
Yeah, I guess so. You know, he spent 10 years over here and he'd obviously know the individuals in the team really well, and vice versa, they'd know him exceptionally well as well. So it depends which way you want to look at it. But yeah, he does have a wealth of knowledge, especially on this side of the globe. So we're prepping really well. We're excited for the game.
This is obviously one of the strongest countries in the world, and the chance of the Slam Tour is gone, but can you just tell us what this would mean to this unit, this squad, ahead of the British and Irish Lions visit, like to get a win here?
I see it just as another opportunity to show our growth again. Like, you know, it's almost quite repetitive, but this game for us is a really big game, as for them. You know, 150 years, and we're excited for this challenge. And I think the last time we were over here was in 2022, and it's probably not one of my fondest memories. I ended up giving the penalty away in the last sort of minute. I was on the wing, but not that that's an excuse. But these are great games to be a part of, and we just want to show our improvement and how hungry we are to develop as a team, and show the public and also ourselves, you know, how good a team we can be. And we are excited, you know, all the emotions, and can't wait.